Hey guys, it's BW and we're back out in the garage. We got our windshield in and our back glass in. We're thrilled with the job. Figured we'll walk around the car, we'll look at it together, talk about it. I'll let you know right off the bat, my glass guy didn't want to be filmed, but we did put out 2 shorts. So if you go over to my channel and go to shorts, you'll see a short for the front windshield and one for the back. The back's pretty interesting. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. The front was a pretty standard install, and I feel like let's just walk around the car, talk about it for a minute, talk about the job and what's up next for sad news. The name of the car. All right, first of all, you can see initially I was hoping for clear in the front. This glass is it's got like a bluish green tint to it. It's not really the 50s green that you would think, but it's what was in stock, and rather than have nothing and hope to order something, I made the call, let's go with it. All right, the rest of the car glass will be clear. We have back glass over here it's used, guys, and there's some scratches in it, and it's very imperfect, and I'll bring it over to the other side and show you real quick. Kind of all over the place. I'm going to do the best I can to keep you guys stable and show you what's going on here. All right, so you can see right here, if I come right up on it, there's like 4 or 5 scratches right in a row, and they're pretty deep. So the glass is imperfect, but after watching this glass come in and out, I'm confident someday in the future we'll get a brand new one. But for now, guys, you know, money's tight, and YouTube don't pay the bills as much as I'd like it to. It just doesn't. So this glass was given to us. We're grateful for it, so we're using it. You can see how we have the trim off right now. The same goes for the front. We're going to hold off on putting the trim in until we paint the car, which is coming in the next month or so. We'll work towards getting this thing painted, and obviously we're just going to paint it in a hot rod black and put a satin clear on it. The only trim that had to be on is the trim for the windshield top. It's just the way that it's built, so we put that on. Again, this trim is aftermarket. Guys will badmouth it and whatever. This was given to us, and I'm grateful. Jim Anthony gave us this trim, and I'm grateful for it, and we're using it. All right, we are missing the top little piece up there. We're going to have to get squirrely. My buddy says we'll get it in, so we'll get it in. I have to go get a piece of that, so I'll get it and we'll get it in there. The bottom we're leaving off right now for the trim on the front, because you see these holes down through here, guys. Here, you got one here. There's more as you go along there. Those are the holes for the clips that hold the trim in, and you get up under the dash and I guess you nut them up in there, and I don't have those, so we'll get those. I'll have to go see Jay or get on the internet, one or the other. I did reach out. Jay was busy doing some stuff this weekend. He's got a wagon, a 56 wagon he's trying to get ready in his shop, so he wasn't going to be in Claymont today, so no big deal. We'll get with him any old weekend. I just left him a message. Hey, next time you're at the shop, let me know. His shop's like 10 minutes from my house. So we'll get that stuff. It's not a big deal. We have access. All right. So I'm really thrilled with the windshield job, guys. And you can see how nice it looks, I think, on the inside. It may be a little dim, dark, or whatever, but you know, until you got some glass in the car. Is it a car? I don't know. But it's a car now. We'll go to the back here, and I hope you guys really do go over and check out the short for the back glass, because it's fascinating. My glass guy has a certain way he does things, and it's phenomenal. It's a shame that the glass is a little bit scratched up, but his workmanship is spot on. What ended up happening, I'll bring you over and I'll show you. I got one of each clip out right now to show you what we're talking about here. Okay, so this clip right here is the stock clip that came with the 55, and this right here, this side here, it slides over top of the flange of the pinch weld, and then your trim snaps into this side. And these things, what happens is they'll move around a little bit on you while you're trying to put them on. First of all, you can squeeze this tighter, and you can get them to stay put, and they will. But the bigger problem is see how high up this little curvature is? That's what your trim snaps into, the back side of your trim. Flip this piece of trim over. I'll try to do it as carefully as I can. And it just clips in to the trim right here. It just snaps up in. There's like a ridge that you grab, and it snaps into. It's like a little channel there. All right, so that's how that works. But what happens is, because this is so high, when you put your rubber on, and guys that have tri-5s know, you get humps everywhere there's a clip, and you can kind of see that you get them a little bit this way, but a lot less. If I come over and show you, all right, there's one right here that's a little high up. This is we're going to do this job together at the end of the video and talk about that. But here's the what I'm talking about, a little hump right there. But you can see, for the most part, the rubber sits right down nice and tight. Nice clean job. So what we ended up doing was we ended up using, these are pretty much a standard trim clip for your, like a Nova or a Camaro or something like along those lines. And what we ended up doing is we ended up putting these on there and pop riveting them the whole way around. That way they stay stationary. They grab the trim in the same manner. You can see, but this piece is a little bit lower. So you just got to push a little harder to get the trim in. But we did have the trim snapped in. He was showing me they work. It's pretty fascinating stuff. All right, so we do have the trim off of this right now, because like I say again, we got to paint the car. All right, and there's some work I got to do body work wise, and I may have to reach out for some help on some stuff. Like, guys, right here, I think I'm a little high and then a little low right here. Like, the glass fits. Maybe the wrong way. That piece fell off. We got to make sure we don't step on that. But you know, you're looking down through here, and it's just it's away a tiny bit. Now, these cars were never perfect, and don't get me wrong, but anybody that has been watching us or been with us from the beginning knows this car was a quartered car. I mean, that's why she got her name Sad News. Every time I got a phone call about it, it was another piece of sad news. Somebody had body worked even the underneath of the floor, so you couldn't really tell. But there was a weld seam, even on the package tray. That's a new package tray. There was a weld seam about 12 inches in. The trunk pan, 12 inches in. The floor pan, 12 inches in. And the whole way down through here, and it ended right before the front pillar. There was a seam right here and a seam right here. And guys, we changed every piece of sheet metal on this car. We essentially built this entire coach by hand in this garage. Unfortunately, I have a ton of pictures that I've put in the small shorts you guys could go check out, but I wasn't smart enough to video record at the time. I just finished the sheet metal work, and I decided to start trying this video stuff, and I really should have been doing it the whole time. I think that would have attracted a lot more people a lot faster had I had that on video. I mean, I had the whole inside of this car out. It's got brand new inside quarters, outside quarters, floor, package tray, and firewall, rockers, doors. It's just like we just methodically went through. The only thing that's original is the pillars in the front, the roof, and the old sheet metal on the front. We made a tilt nose and the trunk lid. If you look in here, there's the last piece of evidence of this car being quartered is the inside brace right here. I didn't have an inside brace, so I left it. I removed any evidence except this last piece right here of this car ever being quartered. All right, so I feel like the glass, considering the amount of trauma this car went through, the glass fits pretty gosh darn good. All right, so, but I do need to look at what we can do here. I don't know if I have to lift up on the sheet metal a little bit. I'm not quite certain. It's close enough that if I put this and snapped it in, it looks pretty good. But you guys know how I am. I'm gonna turn this car upside down and make it as nice as I can. So, but that's where we're at with the glass and the sheet metal work and everything associated with to make it fit. There's a few little obstacles we'll have. Okay, so like the way this glass is sitting right now, this is like the corner trim. I can't see this hole right now. I guarantee you it's there. I actually had this nail. If I go inside the car, I could take this nail and I could push it through and fish it out right here. And that's where the hole is. It's a lot easier to get to on the side that wasn't broadsided. So if I come over and show you real quick, walking us around the car again and letting you guys have a good peek at things is why we're doing it. All right, there's that piece of trim. Let me get that off the floor. That's the piece we dropped. We don't want to be stepping on things. All right, so let's set that there. But this is what I'm talking about, is this piece of trim right here. And I'll push it out so you guys can see. There's actually a hole right behind there, and this is just a threaded stud, and I put the nut way down on there so we don't lose it. And guys, this is repop stuff right here, and so it's not going to match the trim we have perfect, but I'll scuff it up and make it match. Like I said, again, my friend Jim Anthony gave us this stuff, and we're grateful for it, so we're using it. All right, so that's where we're at with that. There's a whole bunch of other things that we could just go through. I just wanted to bring you guys in for this part of it, because I mean, I'm so thrilled. I want to do this back glass as well, but I'm gonna hold off just a little bit longer. I have the garnish moldings inside. I have the clips we made to put it in. So and it is painted in the window opening, so we can put them in. Maybe during the week, this week or next week, we'll get those in together. But I wanted to see about getting something a little lighter. You guys can see how I have these Lawan boards, and I put the Raptor on there, and it holds real nice and it looks real nice. But I wanted to see if we can get like a non-bio material so that there's no warping, because I don't want to have to force this stuff in. I'd kind of like it to just lay in there, and then we could like Velcro the back, and then the garnish molding will hold it here at the top. So there's some bugs I want to work out with that. That's the only reason I didn't pop this side glass in. We don't have the door glass yet, or the wing windows. I actually have broken stuff behind my torches over there, but we're not using any of that stuff. We're gonna get nice new glass for the doors and new wings for the doors. All right, that way everything will be new glass except the back glass. And like I said, the reason we use the back glass, it was given to us. It's a cost savings. We have a back glass right here also, but I felt in the sunshine, when I had these out in the sun, I felt this one was a little clearer and a little nicer. It has a couple deeper scratches that I showed you on the other side, but overall it's pretty gosh darn good. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to stop the camera for a minute, get set up, and I want to put in the sticker that we got there from our buddy Gorney, Big Block Kings. We were invited into the car group, oh geez, 2 years ago, and I've had that sticker ever since, and I've been wanting to get it on the car, but we haven't had any glass. But now we have glass. Okay guys, well, we have the sticker from our friend Gorney. It's the Big Block Kings group that everybody's, well, not everybody, a certain group of folks are invited into, and we're one of them. So we got to tattoo the car. I feel like that's about the middle. I'm looking at it. You can see the way this is cut. It's cut crooked, so I have to try to eyeball to get the lettering correct on it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this back, and I believe what we do is we peel this side first, set it down, and then we pull the back off after we have the lettering on there. I hope it's right. If not, I'm going to have to reach out to Gorney for another one. I'm going to do the best I can. I don't know how this is going to go. I honestly don't. So I'm just going to pull a little bit out for right now. I'm trying to see. I felt like the C was pretty much in the middle, maybe a little bit past, maybe between the O and the C. Alright, so just want to kind of go down there, about there. I feel like that's a good spot. Alright guys, there it is. We got it on there. We had a close call there with the S at the end. The stuff stuck to the back, but we were able to get it off and save it. It looks really good. We're part of the group now. Thank you for the sticker, Gorney. We're in the Big Block Kings with the countless others that are out there. This is a true big block car. We're going to try to do it proud. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sure did enjoy making it. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking and sharing our content. It doesn't cost you guys anything, and it sure does help me. Till next time, take care, everybody.